things, over guys, over... Hey guys, I'm Alicia and if you're new to my channel, you should hit that subscribe button, join the family, help me reach my goal of 1,000 subscribers before the 30 days is up. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch the video I posted yesterday. Anyways, I'm just going to get straight into the video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about 10 things that I wish I knew before high school. Some of these things, when I talk about high school, I'm talking about 7th and 8th grade, maybe even freshman, but I'm really just talking about that grade because I know a lot of people who watch my videos are in middle school and these things might help you out. So let's get into the video. You probably already know one of these things that's coming, but I have to address it. Relationships, dating, boyfriends. Number one. Okay, you're in 7th and 8th grade. The ages are like 12 to 14. And I'm not saying all relationships end, but most middle school relationships do not last. I'm not saying that's how it works for everyone. I know people who've dated since middle school and they're still dating now. Like, I'm not saying that's how it always is, but I'm just saying they don't usually last, so you don't need to worry so much about being in one because you're young and you're just like, that's not, like when you get into 7th and 8th grade, that's all you think about is boyfriends and, oh, I have a crush on this guy, ooh, we like each other, but we're not going to talk to each other because we're awkward.
What are y'all doing?
Awkward. Like, that's not how all middle schoolers were. That's how it was when I was in middle school. But most relationships don't last. I'm not saying that's true for every case, but in most cases they don't last. So you don't need to worry about it so much. Number two. Okay, so I'm not saying it's like this for all 8th graders, but when you're in 7th grade and you're in sports and like you have 8th graders on your team too, this is what it's like for track, cross country. See what other sports are combined. I'm not sure. Some basketball teams are combined, some softball maybe. Anyways, usually the 8th graders can be very annoying if you're a 7th grader. I probably was an annoying 8th grader. I probably did these things. But they're always going to say seniority just like seniors do to the freshmen. It's just like that. I mean, they're always like, well, I was here longer, blah, 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 blah. 8th graders can just be annoying, so just avoid them. I mean, not all 8th graders are annoying. I mean, that's just how it was when I was in middle school, but that's not always the case, and I'm not saying it is. Number three, I need to address this one for sure. Popular, being friends with popular girls, be careful who you make friends with, blah, 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 you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so the friends that you make in 7th and 8th grade, like, there's a few of those friends that are gonna go with you through high school. No, you're not gonna, you usually won't go to high school with a like group of 20, 50 friends. It's usually gonna like, there's gonna be so much drama. Be careful who you make friends with. You don't just make friends with the girls who are popular.
I'm sorry that people are so jealous of me, but I can't help it that I'm popular.
Because you want to be popular like them. If that's why you want to be friends with them, there's a lot of drama saying, oh, they're the popular girls, blah, 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 blah. Like, just make friends with the people that you want to be friends with. If you're friends with a small group of girls who aren't popular, but they're nice and they're fun, be friends with them. Because the friends that you make in middle school are usually the friends that are going to go with you through high school. And a lot of people you won't go to high school with because a lot of people you just end up cutting out because it's fake people, you know, stuff like that happens. So be careful who you make friends with. Oh, and also real quick, I'll say one thing, popularity does not last through high school. When I was in 7th and 8th grade, there is a group of people who are popular. But when you get into high school, yeah, they're still kind of popular, but it's not like people are just gonna want to be friends with them and like everyone's like, oh, the guys are only gonna date the popular girls. That's not how it is in high school. Popularity is not gonna last, I promise you that. 4, middle school is the year that you will get in the most fights with your best friend or your few best friends. That is when you will get in the most fights. That is when you'll fight over stupid things, over guys, over...
I mean, obviously he doesn't want to be with you or he wouldn't have been in my hotel room.
Like over the stupidest, the littlest things, over
I was winning!
or something someone posted, over something that made jealousy is a huge thing when you're in middle school. I understand that. And you'll text and you'll fight over text all the time. That's what happens in middle school. That is when you fight with your best friends the most. And especially your main best friend. Okay? But do not let that end your friendship. You will regret it. If I would have let some of the fights that me and my best friends would have gotten into just ruin our friendship, I would have regretted it so much. You want those friends through high school. You don't want to end your relationship over a guy. It's not worth it, because where's that guy now? He's not going to be worth your guys' friendship. Like, you will fight a lot. A lot. Oh my God, there's so much drama. But the thing is, the drama and the fights are over stupid things that are not important. And you're gonna need that best friend. You're gonna need your friends when you get into high school, because you will regret ending the friendship. And it doesn't always stay like that. You won't always fight over the littlest things. Yes, there's still gonna be some fights. There's gonna be even bigger fights, but you guys will get over it. And if you don't, and sometimes you shouldn't get over it. Sometimes it's really bad, but usually it's not. So don't let that end your friendship. It's not worth it. It's really not. Number 5. I don't know if it's like this for all schools, but it is for ours. In middle school, teachers will stress grades to you so much. Your parents will, and they're right. Grades are important. I mean, they're very important. But don't, they try to get it into your brain that you are going to fail, and you're going to fail a lot. And you will get held back, and you are not going to make it to high school if your grades aren't good enough. That's not true. I know for a fact that's not true.
That's not true!
Because if they would have actually held people back when I was in 7th and 8th grade, if they would have actually not let people go to high school because their grades were bad, and I guarantee you some of the people in high school would not be in high school. Freshman year, that's when you got to worry about grades. I mean, you should worry about grades in middle school year, but don't let it stress you out so much, because I guarantee you could get D's and C's and you're not going to get held back. Because I know some people in middle school who never went to school, who never tried, they had horrible grades, and they still went to high school somehow. So obviously the teacher's got to be lying.
Why you always lying?
Number 6. Do not let anyone tell you what to do.
Don't tell me what to do.
You're a middle schooler. This is your time when you're young, you're stupid, you do what you want. Don't let anyone tell you what to do. Don't let anyone tell you what to wear. And do not let anyone tell you who to be friends with. Don't let your friends say, oh, I don't like that person, you can't be friends with them. Don't let that happen. Don't let your friend be like, oh, you shouldn't wear that. It's not cool. Do what you want. Oh my God, when I was in 7th and 8th grade, I tell you what, I wore whatever I wanted to. Sometimes I kind of wish people would have said something to me, because I look back at photos and I'm like, oh gosh. Yeah. But you know what? Oh, this is your time where you don't need to care about how you look. You don't need to freak out about anything, because you don't care. I could care less about what people thought of me in middle school. And it just gets worse the older you get, but you just gotta not let it get to you. Just don't let people tell you what to do in middle school. It's number 7. Okay, this one is that little thing between the high schoolers and the middle schoolers. Alrighty, I don't even know how to word this one without someone getting offended. This is not how I feel. Personally, if you're a good person, you're fun, you're cool, I'm gonna like you. But I know this because I hear a bunch of high schoolers always complaining about the middle schoolers. And not that all the middle schoolers are perfect, but you know what, I don't really feel this way. I think most of the middle schoolers are okay and they're fun and whatever. I don't really care. They don't bug me that much. But the high schoolers, most high schoolers don't like you. They probably are really annoyed with you. They probably talk about how annoying you guys are and how stupid you guys are, because that is what people in high school do. I hear this all the time in my high school, how annoying the middle schoolers are.
So annoying.
I don't personally agree with it, but you know what? That's just my opinion. I'm okay with most middle schoolers. My brother's from middle school, and I hang out with him and his friends, and it's all cool. But don't, in the high schoolers already don't like the middle schoolers. Not all high schoolers. I'm trying to like make people not get offended or anything, but don't be getting in a conflict with a high schooler if you're a middle schooler. It's just gonna go downhill, and it's not gonna end up well. I would just avoid high schoolers if they don't like you, because I mean, they're high schoolers, they're gonna say seniority, they'll do stupid stuff like this. This is just high school and middle school. Number 8, I don't know if middle schoolers still do this, but I know this is what we did in middle school. Don't do the whole telephone game when you and your friend are in a fight. This is what I mean, like, when you and your best friend are fighting or your friend are fighting, don't go to someone and be like, hey, go tell so-and-so, I don't like what she's wearing, I don't like you. Don't do that. Don't be that person. I know when we would get in fights, we'd always have someone go talk to our friend for us and not do it face to face. Just do it straight up. I mean, it's always better that way. If you have someone doing it for you, the words could get mixed around. It could come out wrong. It could be worse than it already is. Just don't do it. Honestly, talking face to face, things usually work out better, and sometimes they don't, and they turn into this horrible screaming fights. Usually happen during lunchtime. Number 9, don't hold grudges. This is not just for middle schoolers. This is for middle schoolers and high schoolers. Holding grudges is probably one of the most stupidest things you can do, and I will admit I have done that. I mean, sometimes I still do that, and I really shouldn't. Holding grudges is not a good thing to do. It's better just to start fresh and let go of things. If someone did something stupid or rude, like 6 months ago, a year ago, you should probably let it go. And I'm not saying that I do that all the time. I probably should. But holding grudges is just not worth the stress. It's not fun. Number 10, be careful who you trust. Middle school, I mean, there's gossip everywhere. In high school, it's really bad in middle school though, so be careful who you trust, because you might tell someone something and it's probably going to end up coming out. You gotta be really careful. Don't tell someone something that if you don't know them that well, because they're probably going to go to someone and be like, hey, don't tell anyone this, but so-and-so told me this, because this is what happens. Okay? So, someone will tell someone something, and they'll be like, don't tell anyone this, okay? And that person will be like, I won't tell anyone. And then that person will go to someone else, and they'll be like, okay, please don't tell anyone this, she told me not to tell, but yeah, blah, 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 and you tell her. And then that person goes and tells one person, and it just keeps going and going and going until everyone knows. So be careful who you trust, because most things don't stay a secret. Well, let me say one last thing. Have fun in middle school. It's your fun years. It's when you don't have to stress as much, because once you get into high school, teachers are just going to talk and talk and talk about your future, how you need to be more careful, and there's just a lot. Just have fun in middle school. Middle school was a great year. 8th grade was probably the best year. Just do what you want. Be who you want. Don't let all this get in the way of anything. You're going to miss middle school. You are going to wish you did things differently. I wish I did things differently. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to smash that like button. Leave a comment down below what video you want me to do next. Also, don't forget I am doing a 30-day marathon that started yesterday. This is my 2nd video. I will be posting every single day. And I'm really trying to reach 1,000 subscribers. Please help me out with that goal. Bye!